Hello, 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 divinely ordained, ladylike servants of God. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Daughters of Hadessah. Today, let's have a little conversation talking about dream killers. You do know that there are dream killers assigned to you, assigned to stop, hinder, block you from fulfilling your dream. You do know that there are dream killers that you may be married to, in a relationship with, or someone very close to you who cannot see what you see, who do not know what it is that you are passionately hoping for, and frankly, they don't care. You do know that there are people that you may be connected to, and no matter how much you tell them that you want and need and desire this thing, they feel like because they are good to you, because they have something else that they want you to do, a role that they may want you to play, that you should be satisfied. They put you in a box and label you and leave you there, thinking that you can't do anything else but that thing that they have assigned, given you to do. Dream killers know, some of them know and can look at you and tell even before you know, before you fully developed, that there is something great in you, that there is something great that must come through you. They know it and they see it, and they may not be able to put their finger on it right away, but they're intimidated and threatened by that thing, even though they're not sure exactly what it is. So they taunt you, they talk about you, they say little slick things when you come around to try to intimidate you and hurt your feelings. They point out things that they have that you don't have. For years, I have been studying to get into ministry and answer the call of God on my life. And I had so many people who vexed and tormented me with the fact that they had gone forward, that they had answered the call of God on their life. Oh, what are you waiting for? Oh, you still just a praise dancer? Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Oh my God, it's been like 20 years. You still haven't answered the call of God on your life? Vexing, tormenting. I don't know what your situation is, but I'm quite sure that you can think back or think on that thing even right now. And there's somebody who's just vindictive. Every time they see you, they want to taunt, say something slick, something snide, something quick that they know is going to stab you in an area or in a wound that they know it's going to hurt you whenever they hit that area, that spot, that place. Then there are those in your life who you may be married to, in a relationship with. And because they already have the thing that you are believing for, they feel like they should put you in a box and label you and leave you with the fact that, don't I treat you nice? Don't I do nice things for you? Don't I love you more than anything in this world? Don't I treat you like a queen? Don't I this, don't I that? But you have a dream in you that they don't believe in. You have a dream in you that they're not willing to help you pursue. You have a dream in you that they don't believe. So they expect for you to stop reaching for that thing, you to stop believing for that thing, you to stop desiring and wanting that thing. And the one that vexes and taunts you, and they see the greatness in you, They're just afraid and intimidated by the fact that if you ever come forward and do that thing that God has called you to do, fulfill that purpose, that plan, that destiny that God has for you, that it's going to be greatness that comes out of you. And I don't see why they would vex and torment and try to keep you from the very thing that God gave you the desire for, that God called you to do, that He put in you before you were even born. You had no part in choosing the gift, the desire, the want for that thing. But people see it, they don't like it, and they don't want you to have it. That's another thing. It's not so much that they don't want it done. They just don't want you to do it. They're trying to kill your dream, to crush your dream, to stop your dream by taunting you, by hurting you, by vexing you, all to try to make you stop pursuing that thing. The mate, he already has that thing. She already has that thing. So because they already have it and they're satisfied, they want you to be satisfied with not having that thing. Now, how do I know this? It's scriptural also. It happens in the Bible. Go to 1 Samuel chapter 1 and look at Hannah, Peninnah, and Elkanah. Elkanah was a priest married to Hannah and Peninnah. Elkanah had children by Peninnah. Peninnah had a whole tribe of children by Elkanah. But Hannah was barren. Hannah couldn't have any children. And she kept trying to have children. And her hater kept vexing her to keep her from birthing children. She vexed her. She tormented her. She taunted her. Oh, you can't have no children. Oh my God, I'm pregnant again. Oh, Hannah, come over here. Look, I'm pregnant again. I'm quite sure she said some stuff and did some stuff that she knew was vexing Hannah. Because the Bible says she taunted her year after year. So that means she was spitting out and rolling out babies year after year. And Hannah's desire was to give her husband a child, because in the Bible days, if a woman didn't have children by her husband, she was considered cursed, and it was a disgrace for her to not be able to bear her husband any children, particularly sons. Now, with all the vexing and tormenting that Peninnah did, Peninnah knew that there was greatness in Hannah. She knew that the promise was in Hannah's children, because the commentaries say that Hannah was the first wife of Elkanah. So with Hannah being the first wife, if she was ever to have any children, Peninnah knew that Hannah's children would be the lineage, would receive the blessing, would be the first in line to his inheritance. So Peninnah, yes, she vexed her, she tormented her for the things that she could not do, produce a child. She hurt her feelings every chance that she got, because Elkanah favored Hannah. He loved Hannah. But Elkanah had issues too, because Elkanah didn't believe in or couldn't see the fact that his wife was hurt and hurting and wanted a son. It wasn't the double portion that he gave her, and yes, he gave her a double portion. of the blessing, whenever he gave Peninnah and all her children, he gave Hannah a double portion of whatever he gave Peninnah. So I'm quite sure Peninnah was jealous. But in the same token, Elkanah, because he had children by Peninnah, couldn't see that Hannah wanted to give her husband a child, a son. So he stopped believing in Hannah's dream to have her own child because he had children by Peninnah. So even though she was married to him, he didn't believe in her dream. He was a dream killer. Aren't I better to you than 7 sons? Huh. You ain't a son though. So Hannah did what I would have done, and I'm quite sure you would have done. Didn't let anybody stop her dream. She had a dream for a son, so she took her dream to her daddy. Father God Almighty, when they went to the temple that year, Hannah got ugly for the Lord. She cried out. She got so ugly, crying out and weeping and wailing and asking God for the blessing, the promise, the dream that he placed inside of her. So much so that Eli thought she was drunk. And she told Eli, no, I'm not drunk. I'm crying out to the Lord because I want my promise. I want a son. I want my dream. God put this dream down inside of me, and I want everything that he has for me. And she told God, if you bless me with this desire, God, I will give him back to you. And that's just what she did. A year later, Hannah gave birth to a son, and his name is Samuel. Now, Peninnah, Hannah's son name was Samuel. Peninnah, what are your son's name? We don't know your kid's name. We don't know how many kids you had. But Samuel was the promise. He became a prophet. He became a priest. He became royal in the lineage of Jesus. No, that's not true. He anointed David's head with oil when he went to Jesse's house. And his name is known throughout the Bible. Peninnah, you knew the promise, and you tried to vex the promise out of Hannah. But the promise could not be stopped. So I say all of that to say to you, my sisters, my brothers, don't let nobody kill your dream. If there's a dream down inside of you, I don't care what nobody says, what nobody thinks. What God has for you, it is for you. And my story, I may not be a licensed preacher in a pulpit, but when God gave me this dream a long time ago, when I was in my early 20s, I had a dream that I would be talking to these fish tanks. And in the dream, I looked around like, Lord, what the world are these fish tanks? What am I doing talking to these fish in this fish tank? One of the fish tank had American fish in it. The other fish tank had foreign fish tanks in it. Fish in it with different types of fish from different countries. They had all kind of flags and stuff on these fish. And it never made sense to me until God told me to start this YouTube channel. And I realized that in me starting this YouTube channel, the dream that I had in my 20s, this is the ministry to which he's called me to. And even though I'm just starting this ministry, it doesn't mean anything to me of fame. It doesn't mean anything for me to be recognized. It doesn't mean anything for me to have a pulpit or to be on anybody's stage or platform. but that thy kingdom come and thy will be done, that I do the work that God has called on me to do. So with me going forward and seeing that this is my dream, I didn't tell anybody when I got ready to start this, because I wanted to obey God, do what he told me to do, and wherever he takes it, thy kingdom come and thy will be done. This is my story. Don't let nobody steal your dream. Dream killers do exist, but let no devil in hell stop, block, or kill your dream. Have a blessed and prosperous day, my sisters and my brothers.